To be financially independent, you need to increase your income as much as possible, right? No. This is a huge misconception, and I feel like everybody is focusing on the wrong thing. To reach financial independence, you don't need to focus on increasing your income. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. I'm the fireman, and I'm trying to reach financial independence before I turn 30. And while earning money is a really important component of that, it's not as important as a lot of people think. Unfortunately, it feels like this is the only thing that so many self-proclaimed financial gurus talk about. But look, I can't just blame them, it's not entirely their fault. The real problem is you.
Well, maybe not you specifically, but the general audience for financial advice. Everybody wants to be told they can live flashy, luxurious lives in the best years of their life. That's what sells, and financial gurus know that. And they only get paid when people pay attention to them, so they tell you what you want to hear. But I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you how to reach financial independence. That's it. And that's why I don't make videos about speculative stocks or cryptocurrencies. I don't tell you how to be an entrepreneur or make millions as a property manager. I'm going to explore some of those one day, but that's not my main focus. My focus is getting you to financial independence as fast as possible, and I think there are better things to focus on.
And that's because you don't need to earn that much to be financially independent. In fact, focusing on earning more might even slow down your journey. Here's why. First off, people confuse financial independence with living luxurious lifestyles. That's totally the wrong way of looking at it. These things are basically opposites. You can spend any amount of money. If your goal is to live the flashiest lifestyle, you'll never be financially independent. I mean, Mike Tyson declared bankruptcy after earning $400 million. So if you think financial independence will give you some kind of glamorous lifestyle, you might be surprised. In reality, you might have to pick one or the other. One way I like to think about this is you can either be rich or look rich. To be rich, you need to save your money. But to look rich, you need to spend it. Those are incompatible.
That actually brings us very nicely to point number 2. See, people often say, oh, that's okay. As I earn more money, I'll only spend a little bit of it, not all of it. That way, I can have the best of both worlds.
Wrong again. Even though you're earning more money, you could actually become even further from financial independence. That's because when your expenses increase, the amount of money you need to retire goes up by a lot. After all, the whole goal of financial independence is to be able to live off of your investment returns forever. To make that sustainable, you need to have a lot of dollars in savings for every dollar that you spend. So unless your spending only increases a few pennies for every extra dollar you earn, you could actually become even further from financial independence. As you earn more, you still need to keep your expenses the same. To put this into perspective, the 4% rule of thumb says that for every dollar you spend annually in retirement, you need $25 invested. And for an even more conservative approach like 3.5% or even 3%, you're looking at over $30 invested for every dollar you spend per year. So unless your expenses are climbing less than $1 for every extra $30 you earn, you're actually becoming even further from financial independence. I don't know if that's sinking in. I really want that to sink in. Even if you increase your income by $20,000 next year and your expenses only go up by $1,000, you're even further from financial independence than at the start of the year. That actually brings us to the third reason that a focus on earnings is the wrong approach. And that's because the return on your time isn't actually that good. The vast majority of people make the vast majority of their income by selling their time. And yeah, big promotions do sometimes happen, but even then, we're really just talking about a few extra dollars an hour. And raises don't happen very frequently, which is why wealth influencers talk so much about side hustles. But the rate of return on those is often even worse, and it's often not a very scalable approach. So don't get me wrong, more money is better. But this singular obsession with earning more money isn't what actually gives people financial independence. To become truly wealthy and live an extravagant lifestyle, you need to either inherit from rich relatives or own a very successful company. And for a lot of people, that's just out of reach.
Now, I do want to give 2 qualifications. See, there are times when focusing on earning more should be the priority. That's because there is effectively no limit on how much you can earn. If Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk sold off their companies and spent $1 billion for the rest of their lives, they'd still never run out of money. They'd still die billionaires. That's literally beyond my comprehension. I don't know what I would do with $1 billion. That's almost 100,000 times more than I spend in a single year. So yeah, there is a benefit to focusing on earnings. The problem with that is that for the vast majority of people, there is a limit on how much they can earn. I mean, to have the kind of wealth that Jeff or Elon have, you have to own a very successful business. Nobody's salary will give them that kind of money, but growing a business also takes years, if not decades. This is extremely important. Yes, focusing on earnings can make you fabulously wealthy, but you don't have to be fabulously wealthy to be financially independent. So focusing on other things might help you reach financial independence faster.
The other time you should focus on earnings is if you've already minimized your expenses. This isn't the case for the vast majority of people. Almost everyone has an expense that they can and should cut. But there is a limit. This is actually the position I'm in now. I've kind of cut everything I can out of my budget. So I spend more of my time thinking about how to increase my expenses, but only because I've already spent so much time making sure my expenses are just where I want them. Unless you're in that position yourself, which is highly unlikely, I recommend you tune out the noise and the influencers telling you how to be a multimillionaire and focus on what really matters, reducing your expenses. It won't give you overnight riches, and it won't give you famous people money, but it'll give you financial independence, and to me, that's what really matters. The wealth influencers don't like to tell you this because it's a lot less sexy, but reducing your expenses by $1 is 26 times more powerful than increasing your income by $1. That's the type of multiplier you need to reach financial independence fast. And to see how it works, you need to watch this video right here. Thanks so much. I'll see y'all next time.